There's a lot to that is happening right now. There's a lot happening right now. How do I say this? So, to brief you, the last couple of days, Russia and America's allies, NATO, have not been on really good terms. And Russia is placing their material, their weapons, their air forces, their weapons in Cuba and other places. Now, you would think any sane person would try to avoid this. You would think that. But the President of the United States, if there is anyone to blame for the events that are transpiring this night, it is none other than the President of the United States, Joseph Biden. So, right now, the United States military is on very much a high alert stance, and seeing that Russia is moving a lot of its forces to the Caribbean and countless other places, and after what Russia did a couple weeks ago, I believe, they launched weapons right off of our coast, basically. Too close. Hello. Sorry to even make this. I'm sorry that it has to be urgent, but I feel it unright of me to leave anyone in the dark. So here's what's happening. Here is what is happening. Russia, I believe it was less than a day ago, has said they will move weapons to the Caribbean for a quote-unquote, air quotes, military drill, quote-unquote. Hello, welcome. I'm very sorry to have an urgent alert, but right now, there's a lot of things going on around the world. At the moment, there's Russia is making power plays, and the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, has said in recent hours, and from reports I have heard, he was not very happy the last time he spoke to the press. He was not very happy. And this man has, throughout the 3 years now, almost, have threatened he would use weapons of mass destruction on us. He must be mad, but also, the President of the United States does nothing, and our government does nothing to prevent what will eventually come. It is a war of not inevitability. It is a war that will inevitably happen. The problem right now is that Vladimir Putin, his last public appearance was one of anger, and this morning is a very worrisome time. So I ask that we remember that the Lord is in control of this, and that His will be done, not ours. Whatever happens will happen, and so be it. All that I ask is that you would pray. That you would pray and seek the Lord. Because, to be honest, the world is one push, one command, really, from going up in flames. And I will say that we must remember who is in control and who we need to look to. If we look to the leaders, they are no help. They are no help to us. They are no help to us. But God, Jesus Christ, is a help. He is able to help us. He is able to help us. Even so, the Western world, the United States, our allies, to name a few, has everything egregiously, have done every abomination in the book. And not only that, but praises it. So why wouldn't the Lord not protect us from our enemy? Why would he protect us? If a child misbehaves, do you not punish it? Do you not correct it? Therefore, we have angered the Most High, and he will do what he will do, and his will be done. Therefore, tonight, we must remember who is in control. Because it's not these leaders that protect us. Without God's protection, we are nothing. We are nothing. We are nothing. Our weapons, if God is against us, then we are truly lost. If God is against us, we are truly lost. If God is against us, we are truly lost. But if God be for us, who can be against us? And if his hand be turned against us, we shall be as Sodom and as Gomorrah. But we don't always get what we deserve. Therefore, let us seek Christ in these trying and unprecedented times. Therefore, we must seek the Lord who made the world. He made it. He rules over it. He knows everything of it. He made man and woman and took the rib of the man to make a woman. We must repent and turn to the Lord. If there be any mercy, repent. It is time for us to repent. We must repent. Jonah was a prophet of the Lord. He was sent to an enemy, Nineveh, and he didn't want to go. So he tried to leave. He tried to go in the opposite direction to Tarshish. God turned him around using a great fish. He turned Noah around and put him on the right direction, and the direction that would do what God intended to be done. must seek Christ while there is hope. For tomorrow is not certain. We must seek Christ. We must seek him now with our whole heart. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Even tonight. The next minute isn't guaranteed. Seek the Lord. Seek him with your whole heart, for he is near. And if he is near, go to him. I tell you this in closing, this warning, this urgent news. The Russian enemy is putting its weapons near us. And if God be so willing to show mercy, that he may turn their weapons into dust and give us a shield of protection. And that is his decision to show mercy. I pray that he will show mercy. I pray that he will show mercy unto us. A nation worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. A nation that sins against the Lord and doesn't just sin against him, but rejoices to sin against him. And yet we feel that we are protected by our mighty arm, our great armies, our great things that we have, our technology. The Lord could turn our enemies against us and make them stronger than us and still use us. And still use them and us. The Lord could turn and has turned our enemies against us now while there is hope. While there is hope, turn unto the Lord of hosts. He is the only one. You can't be protected by anything else but him. He will protect you. He can protect you. I have lived through things that I never thought I would have. It's only by the grace of God that I am here speaking tonight. And so I say this in closing. Seek ye the Lord, O ye meek of the earth. Seek righteousness. Seek meekness. It so may be that ye may be hid in the day of the Lord's vengeance. Thank you. Good night.